What's going on, guys? The Viking back here again. In today's podcast, I'm going to be telling you all about my own personal journey that I'm on right now. So this one is like really me diving into my own life, but I'm going to give you the theme about what I want to get across. Taking a step back to take 2 steps forward. What I do is I run a chain of retail supplement stores. We've grown from 1 to 3. We're getting our 4th one open. We've been able to train, hire. We've got like 20 employees. We really have created something great there. Now, what my next phase, my next step is to grow my online supplement business. So if I really want to view this as I'm starting a whole new company, I've really got to imagine that I have nothing and I've got to start from zero to create something amazing. I'm going to tell you about the journey that I'm on right now. I lived in a condo in the nice area of Phoenix. I've been there. It's given me the ability to go around to the other stores, to like be able to rest and chill at night, and kind of have a little bit more like peace to myself. But I know that what I want to create is something not just like, I don't want to just build a company. I don't want to just like make money. I want to have something transformational. I want to create an organization that helps people become leaders. And to do that, I have to invest my whole heart and my whole soul. So what I've decided to do is, where we're shooting this thing at right now is in my warehouse. And I am living in one of the back office spaces out of here. Now, I didn't have to do that, but I decided to do that. And I want to give the whole reason why. I think that difficult times and difficult situations make people tougher so they can do and accomplish more. Just imagine like anything, like you get used to the comforts of life and things being easy and being able to like come and go as you please. I know that even for myself personally, I'm not in as good of shape as I used to be because I've just gotten used to that like more comfortable lifestyle. Which, being in shape, that's not the end of the world, right? That's one facet out of what really living a life of personal excellence is all about. I've decided that having to wake up, get ready, work all day, have my dog here, shower, sleep at night, eat food out of, have everything out of this one place, it centers my attention. Like if you think about it, I can't be bringing girls back to a warehouse to come and hang out. I'm not like having fancy dinners. There's no TV in my room. All of my time and energy gets completely focused on this one singular mission that I have. And now this isn't a pitch for my company or anything. I'm not even going to tell you about all the stuff that we're doing. But I want you to think about in your life, if you were able to commit 100% of yourself to whatever your business is, your work, whatever that thing is that's going to get you to the next step, how much better would it really be? Would you be willing to sacrifice 3 months, 6 months, a year, whatever, of being miserable to accomplish something amazing? And I think this is one of those things that people like talk about. We all like feel it. We want to fucking be that person that sleeps, eats, just does nothing but that one thing that's going to make them great. But of course, very few of us actually do that. The World Hall of Fame baseball players, they didn't do anything besides play baseball. They were not wild party goers. The people who really accomplished those amazing things that changed our concept about what is even possible, they didn't have side hustles. They weren't trying to make things work with their ex. They weren't going out to fancy dinners. They were focused on one thing. I remember reading a story about Michael Phelps, like one of the greatest swimmers of all time. And he had dedicated himself to saying that he was going to train 7 days a week, which the common conception was to train like a lot, 5 or 6 days a week. But his idea was that if he had 4 years to train from one Olympics game to the next, and he accumulated an extra 200 Sundays of training. Just think about that. You have 52 weeks in a year, you got 4 years. So roundabout, you got 200 extra days. 200 days, I mean, that's more than half a year. So what he thought was that he could gain almost another half a year on his competition to be able to achieve something bigger and better than what he ever thought possible. So That's my personal story. What is it really in your life now? What is your thing that you could get yourself away from? What could you take out of your life? What could you subtract? What could you keep yourself from doing? Maybe it's just having drinks with your friends on a Friday night. Maybe it's the long 8-hour-long Netflix binge that we do on a Saturday or Sunday. I don't know what it is for you, but I'd like to hear what that is. So if you let me know, message me, leave it on a comment on here. I want to hear, what is the thing that you're willing to give up to create personal excellence? So what do I mean by giving things up? What I mean is that we all have little narrow areas of our life that we like to enjoy. They're things that are just short-term gratification. You enjoy having a beer on the weekend. Maybe you smoke a little pot. Maybe it's not drugs or alcohol or anything like that. Maybe it's, watching TV. Maybe it's just relaxing. Whatever that thing is, none of those are necessarily bad. And you do need some time to be able to blow off steam, relax, chill out, without question. But what I like to think of is, what is the thing I could delete out of my life to gain back more time and energy for a short period of time? It doesn't mean that I'm going to give it up forever. I'll tell you very clearly, I'll have another beer. I'll have another whiskey with some buddies, but not anytime soon. I am going to accomplish what I know needs to be done before I'm willing to give back into something like that. And I know that the harder that I work and the more that I give up right now, the more of those other things I'm able to enjoy at a higher level. If I really dedicate myself and delete out all of those excess things that I need, then in 2 or 3 years from now, I can have a whiskey on a private plane with one of my friends. I can go somewhere very interesting around the world that would completely change my perspective of what having a cocktail with a couple of friends even means. But if I keep doing the same thing that I have been doing, I'm gonna get the exact same result. And I'm not looking for the same result. I'm looking for bigger. I'm looking for better results. Out of my life, I know that the thing that I needed to delete was time spent with people not directly involved with my work. So that doesn't mean that I'm cutting people out of my life. It means that for a short period of time, the friends, family, acquaintances, I just don't have that time and energy to be able to give to them, because I need to use that to invest in myself. I imagine my time is just like money. I could put my money into going to Chick-fil-A or going and seeing a movie at the movie theater, and that's not bad. I would totally enjoy that. But if I invested that money every single time in the S&P 500, well, over the course of 15, 20 years, I would have a lot more money to spend on things a lot nicer than just Chick-fil-A and going and seeing the new movie. And if there's one thing that's more precious than all of the money you could ever invest in the world, it's your time and where you invest that. And I'll tell you this is being very honest, it's not like I am perfect. I don't spend 20 hours a day working. But what I want to do is I want to get 1% better at it. I want to spend an additional 1% every day getting something to help somebody else out, moving the needle forward, doing a little bit more that's going to get me to where I want to be. So just like I asked you, what's the thing that you're going to give up? It only makes sense to give something up if you know what is the thing to go do. What is the thing you're replacing it with? What's that short-term gratification, the movie, the drink, the dinner, the friend, the whatever that you're going to give up? And then what are you going to supplant that work with? A phone call at work, reading a book, finding a new lead, making a new way to make money, getting to work an extra hour early, staying an extra hour late, producing results for your boss. Whatever that thing is, know what you're taking away from and know what you're investing it into. Wait 1 year and be able to see that outcome. I appreciate you guys for sitting and listening to this. It means a lot to me that you actually listen to my personal story about where I'm at. Hope to see you next time.